He's a clown, but good times never end. Beth and Greg are here, spinning tales to cheer, relax your ears. Let's make it clear, the day's been long, you've been kicking ass. Now pass the mic, we'll make this last. You're just one of us, raise a glass, my friend. Grab a drink, settle in, let the good vibes blend. The bar is always open for us, come on dear, go grab a beer, let's take it from here.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. We are lucky tonight to have Dexter Pitts on the show. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you both having me on, man. I got a question.
Yes.
I'm not the first black on the show, right?
Yeah, no,
Yes,
you're
you
not.
are.
No, you're not.
Oh,
You
here.
have to think about it, Greg.
I had a gentleman on
Oh,
3 years ago who's a local boxer, and I had him on. We talked about
right.
his boxing career.
I wasn't on that
So,
show.
you're second, though. You're second. Absolutely.
I'm
man.
honored.
You're
It's
first
just
for
in time for
me.
Juneteenth. Just ahead for Juneteenth.
It's awesome. Again, thanks so much, Dexter, for joining us. We've been chasing this one for a minute, trying to figure out timing and work and schedules and everything else going on.
Life.
Life.
Right.
Exactly.
A lot of
So,
life.
yeah, a lot of life going on. So, yeah. So we have live chats going on. I'll be kind of, you guys, as we go through, and we're going to talk about Dexter, of course, a ton. This is the whole point. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about your career. We're going to talk about what you're into. We've got some fun stories to talk about that I need your
Input.
police officer
Absolutely.
input on, and I think it'll be fun. So real quick out of the
Let me
gate.
just,
Go
it's
ahead.
funny because everybody's so excited that you're here. It's a lot of exclamation marks next to your name. And then Tyler said you need some head shade because you're shiny.
I've been sweating. It's like 92 here, man. Come on, give me a break.
It is Texas.
It is Texas.
This is Texas. Also, cheers.
Cheers,
you
you
guys.
guys.
Happy
Cheers.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
I'm
We have a
having
couple-
water today.
There
There you
Cheers.
go.
That's
Gotta hydrate.
That's it. Absolutely. So, first thing, go out to everybody out there. Go out, like, subscribe to The Bar is Open out on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere you can find a podcast. And then this will obviously be on all of those channels tonight after the show. So we'll get into it. And to the crew out in the chats and even after in the comments, send me questions. Send us questions.
Yeah.
Post them. Got something you want us to ask Dexter? Please let us know. So, all right. Falk around right off the bat. Falk around and find out said, I own Dexter's book, man. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Hell yeah.
That's one of the things that we'll get into here in a second. So, real quick background on Dexter that I've done my internet research on you. That's about as good as I could find, aside from meeting you. And we did meet Dexter in
December.
Christmas
December
party.
at the Drinking Bros Christmas party. And that was amazing to hang out with
It
you.
was very cold.
Good time.
So you're an Iraq War veteran, police officer, current and former, I should say, right?
Yep.
Former Border Patrol.
Correct.
You're also a podcaster. You're an author and just an amazing human. So that's all of those things.
That's a stretch.
Nah, dude, nah. So you are the author of I Am Pitts, Memoirs of an American Patriot. And that is
Yes,
awesome.
sir.
Again, thank you so much for coming on. With this podcast, just so you know, it's fun. We're not going to get anything too
We're
serious.
super
I
cash.
already know, man. I already know.
Listen, so Bosco said, hey there, brother Dexter. And then
Boss.
Chris Beersworth, hey Beersworth, good to see you. Does Dexter own a Hellcat? It's a car, yeah?
No, but I own the second blackest vehicle you can. That's a GMC Yukon Denali.
Nice. I was going to go Chrysler.
Well, no, that's
300.
what I'm about to say. Probably third. Yeah, the
Okay.
Chrysler 300 is number 2.
What is number 2?
Nice.
What'd you say?
The Chrysler 300.
Yeah, I was gonna go there. Me too.
Or the Nissan Altima is a good one too, but I make too much money for a Nissan Altima though.
There you go. You got to raise your standards, right?
Yeah,
That's
and I have no
hilarious.
felonies, so there you go.
That's good. I mean, that's a start,
that's
right?
kind of
Yeah.
important in your line of work.
You know, the funny part is we were in Florida this past weekend, and I saw, and I hadn't seen this in a while, a car, you know those little bullet hole stickers?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen those?
Oh
Like,
yes.
what-
I see them all over the place.
Why? Like,
I don't. I will never understand it, man.
They're
Never
wannabe
understand it.
gangsters.
I don't know. I think it was just a family. You know what I mean? Like, holy
Little street
shit.
cred.
In the form of a sticker
In the form of a sticker.
that will now ruin your paint.
Yep. Absolutely. All right, let's get into some stuff. Where are you from, Dexter?
So I am from Fort Knox, Kentucky, man. I'm a military brat. Grew up in the military with my pops. I mean, my mom and my dad and my sister moved to Germany, man. We were actually in Germany when the Berlin Wall came down in the
Oh, wow.
80s. Okay.
Yeah,
Late
so we were there for
80s.
that. Yeah, did that. But had moved back to Kentucky, Milwaukee. Then my dad retired in Kentucky, in
Okay.
Radcliffe, Fort Knox area. So that's pretty much my hometown. But now I reside in Indiana,
Indiana.
just across the bridge from Louisville. Yeah.
Right on. That's awesome.
And I might have missed it, but what branch was your dad in?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
My dad was Army. He was
Army,
a
okay.
retired E7 tank mechanic.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
My dad was an E9 in the Marine Corps for
Okay.
20 did the 22 years, but my uncle was in the Marines and he was a tank mechanic as well, or a heavy mechanic,
Nice.
tank mechanic.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah.
Highly skilled people unlike me, man.
Yep. Yeah. No, dude, I'm not. I've got a lawnmower down there outside in my shed that I can't figure out how to get going. And
Well, I'm right there with you. Like
I just go buy another one, dude.
exactly. Or I make enough money to pay somebody that knows what they're doing.
Exactly.
I told my wife she knows she get when she was marrying me. I was like, I don't fix stuff, man. That's
I can build
my
things with
fault,
wood.
right.
I can
When
do
Greg
wood.
fixes stuff, there's a
Can't even
lot
do
of
wood.
cursing. A lot of cursing when Greg fixes stuff.
I can't even follow a YouTube video hardly, man. Still mess it up. It's a
Same.
nightmare for me.
Or I have to go buy the wrong tools. I just buy
There
the
you
wrong
go.
tools. Were you ever into sports when you were growing up?
Oh yeah,
Moving
man.
around, kind of a challenge, like being a Marine brat as well. For me, I got into skateboarding because you could do it anywhere. You know what I mean?
Man, I was football was the love of my life when I was little, man. I wanted to be in the NFL. I played baseball, and baseball is actually more my son's sport, but I played football all the way up until freshman year and quit. And something then I think kind of once you hit high school, man, things stop kind of being fun and it becomes real serious.
Competitive.
And it kind of took the fun out of it for me. I quit and I came back again sophomore year and I quit again. And then that was when 9/11 happened and I was like, I'm going to be a soldier, you know? And so I was kind of, you know, it was, and then plus I wanted to work and make money too. And I can't do both of these. So
Yeah.
Right.
Get the summer job or the after school
Oh, yeah.
job. Yeah. What'd you
Oh,
do for
yes.
work when you were after school?
man, I had my first job was at McDonald's. Worst
Okay.
job in the world, bro. I swear to God, I don't care what goes on in this economy. I will never be in a McDonald's ever.
Unless
You
you're
hear
the
me?
owner of like a franchise.
Did you
Yeah.
smell like a French fry all the time?
I didn't work there long enough to smell like a French fry. I quit like day 2. I was done. But the second worst job I had, working at Golden Corral on a Sunday as a dishwasher.
No.
You know where everybody go on a Sunday after
After
church.
church.
Mhm.
Go to man, I was in there, dishes stacked high to the ceiling. I was like, man, my homeboy from high school worked there. He's the one that got me the job. He was like, hey, I'm taking a smoke break. I was like, I'm taking a smoke break too, and I don't smoke. And I
I
never
just go
came
stand
back.
next to you.
Bro, I never came
He
back.
left.
It was so bad. And I remember, dude,
Go ahead.
we went to Golden Corral the following Sunday after I quit. And I remember the manager, she's like, there you are. You left us high and dry. You're never going to accomplish anything in life. You're a quitter. You're a loser. And I remember graduating from boot camp and going back to Golden Corral, standing in my uniform like,
Nice.
you're still here, huh?
That-
Suck it.
I don't know where that food thing came from. Like, I'm not a food preparer, server,
No.
that's not my. I lived in New
I
Hampshire.
did it briefly.
And like some people got it and they can do it for 20 years. And some
I
people just
spilled
don't.
a whole large
it's a
Diet
special
Coke
special.
over this man with his family, and then I proceeded to wipe his lap. And I was like, oh no, this job's not for me.
I respect food workers, man. Like
I do
like,
too.
you
I
got
tip
to, man.
well.
Yes,
and-
absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Contrary to popular belief about me being black and people tipping. Listen, I over tip to make up for the lack of tips from the black community. Say,
And the Hispanic community
I
too.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I tried dishwashing and it was summertime in this little town, Hampton, New Hampshire at the beach.
Bosco said
And I
his first
just-
job was a bag boy at Kroger.
I did that.
That's gotta
too.
suck too.
I did bagging at Winn Dixie. I loved
Mine
it.
was
Yeah?
Shop and Save,
Yeah.
which is like Fry's or Kroger on the East Coast. But with that dishwashing, I was like summertime, 95, and it's even hotter in the
In
kitchen.
the kitchen. Oh
Nope.
boy.
Not doing it. I lasted
No.
maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
Dude.
dude. I'm glad. You gotta be a special built human.
Dude, I just can't do it.
to work
No.
that kitchen,
Bosco
dude.
also was a dishwasher at Cracker Barrel and said he also walked out.
No.
So
See?
You gotta
See?
go
I'm noticing
through.
a trend.
must be the job.
You know, I'm trying to think of like maybe if you're like a felon, like just got out of prison, you need a job, you need something. I don't know, like, but there's certain people.
Yeah.
Listen, a
I'm
teenager
going to OnlyFans
is great at
before I go to
McDonald's.
dishwasher.
I would do OnlyFans probably,
I'll do-
but it's gonna be like my feet only.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I'm gonna have Beth put her feet on OnlyFans. I won't do that.
It's just feet if I'm going to do my
Just
feet.
feet. Yeah, no, it's all good. So, what was your childhood like? Like you'd said you were in Germany. You guys moved all over. I was.
Oh, yeah.
My parents and Beth's dad was a Marine, and her dad was a it was a DEA agent actually.
Oh, sweet.
Back in like the 60s and 70s and 80s, dude. So he was like Donnie Brasco kind of shit.
He was probably with the guys from the Netflix documentary, Kiki Camarena.
He
When they got
actually
killed back in the day.
trained
Okay.
him for a little while.
Wow.
This is when they went from customs, like,
Yeah.
and then created the DEA as part of the customs, and then they broke off because of all the narco shit that was going on.
That is super cool.
It was crazy. Yeah. So, like, I've done podcasts. I did podcasts with her dad before he passed away, you know,
That's
thankfully,
so cool, man.
and got to interview him for hours and hours. And then, like, his stories. But your story, where were you? What was your childhood like? Like, just moving around, just crazy?
Man, so I tell people this. I grew up in a very strict religious household. I am a Christian myself, a struggling Christian as I call it, but I grew up
Aren't
Pentecostal.
we all?
Bro, yes, sir. Hey, love the Lord, but sometimes I curse, y'all. I'm sorry.
Sometimes we
And,
curse
and
like
I will
sailors.
fight you. And I will fight you. I tell people I'm a Christian, but I will fight you if you cross the line. But man, I had a really good family upbringing, man. Like I tell people that don't know, but if you grew up in the military and lived on a military post, it's the closest thing to utopia that you could get. I mean, it's great.
Stable.
It really is.
Safe.
It's like, man, safe. You could. I mean, my friends would go run out during the summer, and ride our bikes to the PX, play football all day. Only rules had to be in before the street lights came on, man. And I would get comfortable. Then we would move. And I mean, man, my dad was really, really strict. So I ain't gonna say spanked. I got beat a lot because I did dumb stuff as a kid. But now as a parent, and I see my son, and I'm like, I understand, you know. But
Yeah.
So
Where was your? Oh, go ahead.
no, so but I mean, I had a really good childhood, man.
It's awesome.
Like, and I really did, man. I really enjoyed it, and I want to give that to my kids. So that's where we moved to.
Do you have siblings?
I have one sister, and I have not talked to her in 16, 17
Wow.
years because of this. If you read the book and been through it, that's
All right.
the
That's
whole,
fair.
yeah, that's a whole
Another thing.
different animal.
All right.
Where was your favorite place with all the moving that you did and the
Fort
TD
Knox.
wise? What was your
What's
favorite?
Fort Knox?
Fort Knox.
Fort Knox was the best. But back in the day, Fort Knox was I think one of the biggest bases in the country, next to Fort Hood. But man, it was so big. We had armor here, infantry, all types of. I mean, there was people from everywhere, man. The base was loaded, had all sorts of cool stuff. The Pat Museum, and then about 10 years ago, the BRAC system came in. They moved all that to Fort Benning, and all the cool stuff went away. Now it's just a bunch of pogues here. No offense to all the pogues out there, but it's a human
People
resource
other than
command
grunt.
post now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Human resource command now. A bunch of dorks with guns running around on base. It's not as cool. It's not as cool. But I understand somebody's got to pay the soldiers, and you need HR.
Somebody's got to
But,
do.
yeah.
You know, we need admin for everything.
You got to, man.
I do have a question
Okay.
from Davey. Hi, Davey. Happy to
What
see you,
up,
buddy.
Davey?
He's
My
still
dude.
he said he's checking in from the apartment. We still haven't hooked up with him. We need to hook up with him. But he said, my question is, can you describe the greatest piece of Porta-John art you ever came across?
Porta John. Oh,
Porta-John art.
Oh my gosh, there was so.
That real quick.
Is there a story behind it?
Okay, do you know what Porta-John art is? Real quick.
It's
all right.
Bathroom art?
All right, so it's when dudes go in there and they're bored and they just start drawing with like Sharpies and shit.
Yeah, I mean, pretty self-explanatory.
Graffiti in a Porta-John, basically.
But pretty self-explanatory.
Okay, just
There
make
were
sure.
so many, but I remember a lot of large dicks, ding dongs.
Yeah.
And I remember, but there's one thing that always stuck in my mind. It was a saying somebody put in there. It said, "While you're here taking a deuce, Jody's here like pounding your girlfriend back home right now."
Jesus Christ.
I was like, every time you went in to look at that, I was like, dang, bro. He's probably
married?
right. Yeah, I was married at the
You're
time.
like, oh God.
Well, even worse, I didn't put this in the book, but my first wife, I'm on the wife number 3, but she ended up getting pregnant by her first cousin.
Wait, what?
Bro. Wait,
Yes.
hang on.
Yes.
That just registered.
Yeah.
I didn't put it in the book for
That's for
legal
family.
purposes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
So she's a Chamorro. She's from the island of Rota, right next to Guam.
Okay.
There's a smaller island next to Guam, and so there, it's apparently I did not know at the time. It's fairly common.
Okay. But come on, bro. Fairly
Wow.
That's because they're on this tiny island and they don't know anybody else. Like not a lot
Yeah,
of
but this was
fresh
after
meat.
I got back, and we went through the divorce, and we were still trying to work on things, and I found out I was like,
out.
well, I did. I was like, whose baby is it? And she was like, I don't want it. It's none of your business. I was like, whose freaking baby is it? It's Josh. I'm like, Josh who? She's like, Josh. I'm like, your cousin
Wait,
Josh?
what?
So you knew him.
Yeah,
His cousin.
I know, but
we
I
went
didn't
to
know
school
he
together.
knew. Like, that's like saying your buddy Josh.
Well, my thing was this. I'm like, we live next to a military post. All the single soldiers running around.
You could have
You
any
could've
of
found
them.
anybody.
It had to be your
first
cousin. Had to be your.
Oh my goodness,
He
dude.
came out with an eye over here.
Bro, I was like, that kid's like an X-Men probably by now.
For real.
He's like Xavier's understudy probably, dude.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's wild.
Okay,
Oh,
I've not heard
yeah.
that. I mean, we've read a lot about that happening, but
Yeah.
we've never known anybody that knew somebody that it happened.
Yeah.
No, because that's like
Messed up.
I'm going like, all right, like that's some like Queen of England shit right there. Right?
Yeah, well, you know what I was gonna say? Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
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 Without the dragons and the magic.
Just
Yeah.
Fort
Yeah,
Knox.
man.
So
Just my luck.
When you so 9/11, you mentioned this just briefly a minute ago. Was that the impetus for you to get into like say, hey, you were sophomore in high school, I'm going to did you decide Army over everything else?
Is that what drove you to the military?
Yeah. I guess.
So man, so it was a combination of what drove me to the military. Because growing up in the military, I told myself
It was
I
in your
hated
blood.
it. But yeah, well, I said I didn't want nothing to do with it because I didn't want to move.
Yeah.
I didn't like the structure, and I was just like, man, I don't want to live that lifestyle. But it was. I remember waking up on 9/11. I faked being sick from school that day.
Yeah.
I remember waking up and turning on the TV, and I seen the plane that had crashed in Shanksville,
Mhm.
and I thought it was just a plane crash.
Flight
And I
93.
cut the
Yeah.
TV off. Yeah, man. And I just went back to bed. And when I woke up a couple hours later, the world was in chaos. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to war.
How
But
old were you
it-
then? Do you think 15,
I
16?
think I was, oh man, I think 16 maybe, 15,
Something
16.
like that. That's like
Somewhere around
sophomore.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, and I remember thinking, I'm going to join the military. And I didn't know what I wanted to do in the military. But I remember I started watching all these military TV shows like Band of Brothers came out.
Oh yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Bro,
Yeah.
that
Pacific.
turned me on
Yeah.
to combat arms and infantry. And then it was when I was in the movie theater watching Black Hawk Down,
Fuck,
looking at that screen,
one.
like, bro, everybody from my generation is like,
Yeah.
I want to do that. And I joined, I was like, I want to be a Ranger.
Okay.
So that was my goal. And fortunately, I did not become a Ranger because once I got in the Army, I realized this running thing ain't for me, bro. I ain't going to make it. So, but I did make it to the infantry.
You
And
went
little known
10th Army
fact-
Mountain Division, right?
Yeah. I was 10th Mountain Division. So check this out.
Or 10th
I
Mountain
wasn't a
Division.
Ranger, but I was with the guys, my unit, Alpha Company 214 Infantry. They were the guys in the end of the movie that went in to get the Rangers out. So for
Okay.
me, that was a close second place. Some of the
Okay.
guys that were in charge of us were actually there in Mogadishu for the 93 event, and we're on the mission, man. So I was being led by those guys. And let me tell you, bro, them dudes did not play games. The standards were high.
Yeah.
I was not a Ranger, but man, dude, I tell you, I earned every
Tried to
bit.
live up to it, right?
Yeah,
Well, they
man. And
expected
they were,
that greatness from you, you know?
man, well, I struggled, man. I tell everybody, I struggled as a soldier. And I tell people, man, if I could go back in time, knowing what I know now, I would have gave it so much more effort and done so much more. You know, I was lazy. I could have been better. I ate like crap, and I did what I did enough, but I could have done more.
You were also young. Like,
I
you
was
don't
gonna
think
say
this
you
were a kid.
way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you an example of why I say that. So I went to Texas A&M and I graduated, changed my major. So it took me 5 years and I graduated like a 2.7. I mean, that's nothing to shout about, right? 10 years later, went back to get my MBA and I graduated 3.98, top of my class. And so your brain still develops and figures out like what's the right way and what's the wrong way. And so it's part of growing up.
Yeah, well, I graduated high school with barely a 2.0.
That was me, dude.
But it was like I hated school, man.
I did
and then
too.
But when I went to college, I came out with a 3.5.
Yeah,
Because I actually knew how to focus and dedicate myself and prioritize.
Well, it wasn't boring stuff either. It was stuff you got to choose a lot of, you know?
Well, I will say constitutional law was pretty bad. Important. Important. Well, boy.
Kind of. You think?
A little bit.
But I mean, that was probably like for you one of the most important classes.
Yes.
You could kind of. It might have been boring, but it's important for what you do.
It was very important, man. But dude, I mean, going through case law and stuff, dude. I mean, I was like, I want to be a cop, but I was like, dude, I could never be a lawyer. Like, if they go deeper, my cousin's a tax law attorney.
Yikes.
Just
I was like, bro,
the books this thick.
That's all it is.
Like tax
and
code.
And what? Actually, he doesn't even do that anymore. I think he quit like last year.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
It's probably exhausting.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Making the money though, boy.
Specialized. Yeah, that's it.
But money's not everything though, man. That's one thing I do know. So
I know you gotta live life.
Absolutely.
You gotta enjoy what you do.
Yeah. What was training like in 10th Mountain Division?
Bro, training. So I tell people when I got there November of 2003. And when I got there, they had just got back from Iraq like 6-7 months prior. They were there for the 2003 invasion, man. When I got there, it was cold. Snow was up to your waist. We were still outside running, dude. I mean, they made me an AG, an assistant gunner. For the machine gun. So I had to carry the tripod and all the ammo. And I was a mule, bro. And they just load you up. And I could do that well. Like, they would load me up.
You're a big dude. I mean,
man.
Anyway.
Yeah, they were like, hey, start walking this way. Keep up. Easy. But when it came to the running, I hated the running, man. But, I mean, we trained Monday through Friday. But when we found out we were deploying to Iraq in 2004, that training cycle kicked in, dude. I mean, we were gone. Boom, every day, weekends, gone. Land nav courses, IED classes. I mean, this is when IEDs were just getting started in Iraq.
I remember.
So, yeah, we didn't know. And so we were training, man. I mean, doing ranges, medical classes, driving. I mean, everything, man, just prepping us. And I looking back and I'm like, man, I gave it my best during those classes. But you know what? Nothing ever prepares you for actually going into combat.
Real life.
The training is great. But, when the shit actually hits the fan, it's a little different.
Right. Yeah. You have to calm your brain enough to be able to recall what you learned.
Yeah, absolutely. But you do fall back on your training.
Yeah.
So, with the most basic training.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You got to get through the shock. So a minute or two, and then you're like, oh, wait, I know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a minute to, once that first bullet goes by or that first bomb goes off. Yeah, it takes, and that's why I'm glad we had older guys with us that had been seeing some stuff. They were like, hey, snap out of it, man. Do your job.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah. So with regard, we're going to go through your army and then we're going to get into your police and everything else and stuff like that. What are some of the best memories you have of being in the army?
Man, it's always the boys, man. Yeah. Just the homies, man. Just hanging out with the homies after training's over, dude. Drinking, cutting up with the boys, going out, partying, man. And I was married at the time, but I still went and hung out with them on the weekends, period at the barracks, man, and just getting hammered in the barracks, dude. And I mean, just the times going out on town. That's the best. I mean, I tell
Spending all your
everybody.
money.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
keep
spending
do
all
you
your
keep in
money.
contact with any of them still?
Yeah, one of my best friends, man. We got hurt at the same time in Iraq, but different parts. But excuse me, he wasn't in Iraq, but he got hurt in the army the same time I got hurt in Iraq. But
Okay.
he just moved here to Indiana from San Diego like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So yeah, man, it's pretty cool, man. I still keep in contact with them. That's the beauty of social media, man. Like, and you
It
can
is.
just find these guys. I mean, we had a reunion back in 2012 in St. Louis, and we're talking about doing another one, and here coming up here probably in October. So
Oh, cool.
I stay in touch with all these guys, man.
Nice.
Like once you go through stuff like that with
I was gonna
guys,
say.
yeah, you know how it is. You don't have to talk every day, but we could pick up the phone and just
It
pick
could be
up
2
like we left
years. You
off.
pick up the phone and it's just like yesterday, right?
Yeah, it never changes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
And
amazing.
the crazy
That's real
part is we
friendship.
are all so different. We have different political views and stuff, man, but none of that crap matters to us, really.
Mhm.
Doesn't it?
You know?
Yeah. And that's an amazing thing that you like. That's how it should be. That's just friendships.
Yeah, that's how it was in the
Yours-
90s.
Your friendships were a different level of bonding.
Yes.
To
Definitely.
The
What you
very
guys went through was
specific
totally
extent.
different than meeting at a bar and slapping her on the ass like I did my best friend. You know, that's how we became best friends. Yours was a little bit more serious.
You trauma
Only
bonded
women,
her
only
to
women
you.
can do
I
that.
Dudes could do it. It's just a little weird.
It's questionable.
It's questionable. I'm smacking
Depends
Dex.
on the girl, I guess.
Like I walk by Dexter and smack him on the ass.
Oh, you meant
The
that.
response is probably going to be a little bit different.
Yeah,
is what
punch
I'm
the
getting at.
face.
Like,
Her
like
response
that
was like,
retard
"You want to
ball?
go do a tequila shot?" And I was like, "Absolutely. I think I love you."
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
And just like you're Freddie, we have totally different political views. We message each other. We haven't seen each other in a few years. This is the longest, but when we do, it's like
Yesterday.
it's only been a week.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
That's
That's
supposed to
crazy.
be.
Yeah. So shifting a little bit, how is transitioning for you coming home and getting out of the army? And then what made you start to think about getting into the police department? I know you said you went to college. I imagine you got a criminal justice degree, something along that line.
Yeah. So, man, but when I got out, man, I wasn't ready to get out, really. You know, I was still, I think I was 19, 20, 22.
So you're
And I had
young.
I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. All of a sudden, I'm a civilian again after 3 years. And I was like, but I'm supposed to go to college. Well, what for? But I went to community college, man. I hated sitting in class with like these 17, 18-year-old kids fresh out of high school. Like, OMG, Becca, what are you doing this weekend? And I was like, this is not working, man. And so I looked into physical therapy, occupational therapy, because I remember my physical therapist and occupational therapist, how they helped me overcome my injuries in Iraq. Man, like they put me through, and I was like, I would love to help soldiers one day. And I went and sat in the clinic, and I was like, this is the most boring thing ever. This is awful. And so I left that, and I started looking into business management. Like
Everybody does
remember-
business management or computer
Everybody, bro.
science or
Bro, I remember I was like sitting there like in class, like, do I really want to sit in a cubicle
All day.
for the? Yeah, I was like, absolutely not, man. And I remember I saw a commercial for the Louisville Metro Police Department. These dudes are running around in uniforms with the shiny belt and buttons and moving in a tactical formation. I was like,
shit. I've done that.
I know that looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
But actually, man, I was like, I want to be in law enforcement, but originally I wanted to be a federal agent.
Okay.
I wanted to be DEA, U.S. Marshals, FBI. I was looking into all those, man. But the only reason I didn't go those originally because I met my second wife at the time. And she said she wasn't leaving Louisville. And I was like, well, hell, that's cool. I'll just be a regular cop. And I'm actually kind of glad it happened that way.
Yeah.
Because, man, I've been in policing now 17 years.
Mhm.
And I know that this was what I was meant to do and created to do.
Everything
man.
happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
100%.
man. Everything.
That's
Like I
cool.
said, yeah. So
That's
it,
cool.
man, I just knew, like I tell people, I think the police department is good for a lot of military guys.
I
It's a
agree.
lot. It's very similar but very different. But you got
Yeah.
the same structure.
Yeah.
You know, there's chain of command. There's discipline. You know, there's physical fitness, but not after the academy because we got a lot of fat cops. But
My brother. I'm on
And
my
then
brother.
like
No,
the cop from The Simpsons popped into mind.
He's
oh
not that
man,
bad.
Yeah.
I was a fat cop though, dude. Like,
You're not
I was-
anymore, bro.
Listen, my brother's weight depends on if he's singled or married. Hands down.
He
Her
weighs
brother
more
was-
when he's married, right?
He's skinny when he's single and he's
Yeah,
chubby
yeah.
when he's married.
It's called the divorce diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done it several
You
times.
gotta get back on the you know the.
I'm
the
on wife
hookup.
number 3.
Oh,
Hold on,
he just divorced wife number 4? And I told him, no more. You got to stop. You're the male version of what was her name from the actress that had.
I don't know.
Oh, Jennifer Lopez.
You're the male version of Liz Taylor or today's Jennifer Lopez. So
Yeah, man.
knock it off. Just get laid, brother.
Yeah.
Just get
Hey,
laid.
I was a fat cop though, so I felt that I got up to about 320.
How
Man,
you're
look.
like what 6'2"ish, 6'3", something like.
I would thank you for the extra inches, sir.
Well, I'm 5'6".
That's what all
bro.
men say.
And I was looking at her pictures again, and I'm like, he's way the hell taller than me. So,
Baby,
I'm like right
everybody's
at
taller.
6. When I put on my work boots, I'm like 6'1".
okay, that's fair. That is like 6'3" to me.
So,
And Beth.
but technically a 5'11" and a half.
That's
Don't
fine.
tell nobody. bro.
We're
Don't
not
tell
cutting
nobody.
in. Yeah, we're not.
It's our secret.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, now I'm sitting around 240-ish, man, and I'm trying to get back down to 200, 220.
Takes a minute.
It does, but there's no need for me to be this big anymore. Problem is I can't stop lifting heavy.
It's
I just
fun.
enjoy
Do
it.
it while you can, man.
Bro, I just had my 20th shoulder surgery on my arm.
Okay,
bro.
don't lift
Lord.
anything with your arms.
I hate leg day.
Just leg days every day.
I hate leg day.
He can do arms. You just can't do shoulders.
I can't do full arms, because of the can't
No
do full arms
pull-ups.
because of the
Jesus Christ. See that arm?
I know.
That was his left arm too. I don't know.
That's the bad arm.
So when did you join the police department? It was
So
2000
that was November of 2009.
2009.
And I can't believe it's been that long, honestly. Like when I go to work now,
17, yeah.
17 years.
Almost
yeah,
17
bro,
years.
man, I'm looking like at these young guys. I'm like, I'm the old dude now.
Well, they look up to you a lot. I guarantee it, right?
Or they give
do,
you a
man.
lot of
They-
shit. One of the two.
Yeah,
They don't
that
give
too.
him shit. There's no way.
Well, luckily where I work at now, I'm not at the same place. Where I'm at now is kind of a retirement home for officers. Like everybody comes to literally, man. Guys
That's
retire
awesome.
and-
I love that.
Yes, guys
How they
retire
phase
and
you
come to
out?
where we are
Yeah.
because it's a lot slower pace, man. But we just started hiring newer officers. But when I say newer officers, you have to have a minimum of 3 years experience. It used to be 5, but most of the guys we have around, man, they got like 5, 6, 7 years of experience. So they're not.
So they got a
new.
little bit.
Yes,
They're not
new.
green, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've
But
seen
they're
some
still
shit.
learning, man.
Yeah.
7
Takes
years
a long
in,
time.
You still don't know crap. You still don't know crap at 7 years.
Mm-mm.
Well, with all of the just shifting societal shit happening, going up and down and left and right, and you never know. And this city's cool for a minute, and then that city changes, and all of that changing, you could be a little small town, and all of a sudden it was super quiet and calm, and then something goes on, like something. The new city council gets brought in and changes everything.
Everybody gets pissed.
And people get pissed and and that you just don't know. So
You never know, man. This
That's-
job is a political football.
yeah, that 7-year cup could have been from Chicago.
Yeah.
All sorts of crazy.
All this shit. It comes down because he's like, I need quiet. But I still
Yeah.
want to do policing. I still want to
Absolutely.
be a public servant.
Well, that's kind of who you want when you think something's crazy and he was like, it's a walk in the park.
He's just got all the PTSD. Just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like fine.
Yeah.
It's like that's nothing. But your NCOs or whatever that just had bullets and you're like, no, snap it back into it, right?
Well, that's the crazy part, man. So when I started my career, I was in the hood for the first 3 years. Then I made the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. I was
Nice.
running around the city and surrounding counties chasing down fugitives. Then I went back to the hood. Then I went to work downtown because it was always my dream to be a downtown police officer.
Really?
And it was called the Downtown Area Patrol. The most fun I've ever had in policing. I put it on everything, man.
My next question is what's the crazy,
Why?
like give us a crazy story or something.
Like, why was it your favorite?
Yeah.
Man, downtown area patrol, for one, the schedule. We had the AB schedule, 10-hour shift. So I was off every Thursday, Friday, and I was off every other Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you were looking for the
Man.
schedule.
Oh my God, it was great, dude. I mean, man, we went to work and my wife would call me, but like, what are you doing? She's just here laughing and fun. And she's like, you having too much fun to be working. I mean,
You're
we
literally
ride
at work party getting
ATVs.
paid.
Bro, we're riding ATVs downtown, going to
shit.
concerts. I mean, not locking up homeless people, man, doing everything, dude. God, it was the best time in my career, man. The
Wow.
best time in my career. And I tell you, when people ask what's the craziest story, it's so hard because, man, 17 years,
There's so many crazy
it's
stories.
so many, man. I have to, man.
Like
I'm
with
trying
you, so we last summer we went out and stayed with Eric Tanzi for a few days. Do you know Eric?
Oh, I love Eric, man.
Okay, cool. So we hung out with him, and it was right around his book launch as well. Same kind of, you guys both kind of similar, like he was Army, did very similar kind of history. And he was a Raleigh police officer, and he's like, dude, he drove us through Raleigh, and he's like, arrested a person over there. My partner got shot over there, broke my leg over here, found a dead body there. And you're just like, and he was a cop not that long.
No. It adds up quick, dog.
Oh, hey, Chris Beardsworth said that you need to take off your shirt. That's kind of funny. That's very Chris. And he also said the school resource officer is the retirement gig, he said. Oh,
Jesus Christ. I'm just having to look away and I look at it.
Me too.
It's on a big screen like that, bro.
And then Peter said everyone's a giant compared to you.
This is true, Peter.
Yeah.
But he does jujitsu, so he can tap giants. So
Yes. I hear about it every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
On a regular basis. Fine. Everyone's
literally the words I say to him when he's going to jiu-jitsu is like, have fun.
Excuse me.
Don't overdo it.
Which means don't get hurt, Greg.
Don't come home crying.
I stopped because I was getting hurt too much, dude.
And I walk in and I'm like,
Wait, what belt are you?
A purple belt.
See, I like rolling with the purples and the black belts because the whites and blues were trying to kill you.
Yes.
The purple and the purple, well, I'll say more, the brown and the blacks were, man, that sounds real racist when I said that.
The browns and the
Brown and
blacks.
black belts.
I can't wait till I get my brown belt. I just got my first stripe on my purple belt.
There you go.
I got a while to go. But I'm like, once I get that brown belt, I can be like, I'm a brown.
No.
Bro, I tapped out a purple belt by a happenstance when I was going. He did the thing with his feet and like twisted my body and I landed on him. And when I landed, my arm went up under his head and I had the arm and neck, bro. And I put it on him and he tapped, bro. And I saw that fire in his eyes. Next thing you know, we started the next rolling. He's on top of me with his gi belt, making it, wrapping it. And I was like, oh boy. And I was looking over that clock like, come on. 30 seconds.
You're like, where's the clock?
I wish I could get back, man. I too many injuries, dude.
That's fair.
You know.
You have to be smart, right? Like,
yeah. And you got, if it was more of a casual role, like
that's what I do. Dude, I'm almost 50. Like I'm not competition anything anymore. I did a couple of competitions when I first started, and I'm like, at this point, it's just a couple times a week, 3 times a week. Go work out, get a couple hours of workout in.
Yeah.
It actually is more of like a stress reliever because when he doesn't get to do it, he's grumpy. Like,
you work a lot, man. We work.
Yeah. You got to get that stress. You got to get it out, man.
You know how you said you don't like cubicle jobs? I don't have a cubicle, but I've got a desk job where I'm just constantly in the.
You need it, so you definitely
Zoom meetings. And I don't get out. You know what I mean? So that's my stress relief.
And that's what I tell people. Like every cop needs jujitsu. It would be great. It would help you greatly in your career.
Yeah, even if you do it for a while, so you get to baseline.
Get some baseline stuff, man. But if you're not, I'll tell them, if you're not going to do jujitsu, at least be in shape. And if you're not going to be in great shape and be strong, be able to run. And if you can't run, be able to shoot. If you can't shoot, be smart with the law. Bring something to the table.
Something, right?
Bring something.
Yeah.
You know,
go work for the TSA instead or something like that, and check bags. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I almost called in a bomb threat to TSA the other week. I was so damn mad. Dog,
I didn't expect that at all.
Social media influencer and author.
I was so pissed off.
What happened?
I flew to Tucson to my Border Patrol buddy's wedding.
Okay.
So I put all my stuff in my bag. I'm a man of this. Everything has its place, right?
Yep.
I put my suit in my bag right where it was, right? And so I get to my buddy's house, open up my bag, my suit's gone. It's not, I'm like, visually, I'm looking on like, where
what the fuck, did I forget it?
I called my wife. I was like, did I forget my suit? She was like, no, you packed it. I know I packed it. I'm looking at my bag. I don't see my suit. So I start calling TSA. and I'm calling like missing, lost and found. I'm like, hey, get me on the phone with somebody.
And
Go
it's
get that.
not going to be
Bro.
easy for you to find a suit
No,
that quick.
no, man, bro.
So you can't
know
just go
what
out
they
and buy
did?
one.
And I knew they had been in my bag because I had a grenade shaker cup that I take with me to travel to put my stuff in, right?
Yeah.
And they put a little TSA strip on it, like they were in my bag, bro. There's a compartment in my bag that unzips. They took my suit and put it in there.
Oh, is it at the very bottom?
Yes.
I have that too.
never ever used that compartment, and my friends are like, "You're an ass." I'm like, "No."
They repacked your bag.
Is that what it's supposed to be for?
I guess I don't use it.
I don't use it either.
So they actually did you a favor and kept your suit straight, and you were going to call in a bomb threat.
No.
Now you know. The more you know.
Now I know about this compartment, but boy,
I still call bullshit.
I was not happy.
I was going to say
No, I
somebody
still call
walked
bullshit
off
because if it wasn't there to begin with, just leave it where's that.
That's my thing. Put it back where it was.
Yep.
No, I agree. I agree. But
Oh
now
my
you know
God.
that suit coat compartment's in there, and you can use that from now on. Keeps your shit all straight.
Yes, a lesson learned on my end.
He's never going to use it. Don't lie. Never. Not going to use it ever. No.
Fulcrum found out said, can we
I
have
didn't mean that.
Pitts roll with Tansy?
And record it.
Dexter
What is
doesn't
it? Pitts
roll
roll
anymore.
with Tansy?
And record it.
No, absolutely not.
No. That's what.
Listen,
just
I am fragile. I am 42 and fragile, man.
I would say a taser competition or something like that. Whoever can outlast a taser longer, maybe. Both cops.
It's really funny because I'm going to move this on. So
Yeah.
I feel like so many of my brothers have done. So I had the brother that's a cop in Leon Valley, which is a little town.
He was
here
there for 37
in
years,
San
by the way.
Antonio.
Oh,
And then
wow.
my other brother was a border patrol agent for 25
25 before he had to
25 years, and
retire.
he ended his career on the river.
He was a
Rio,
tracker.
Rio Grande?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was down in Brownsville.
No,
Bro,
Laredo.
okay.
Laredo. So
Yeah.
he was a tracker. He worked with. He wasn't BORTAC, but he worked with BORTAC, and he was one of the trackers out there. He'd done it for, like I
Ever.
said, he started years and years and years ago.
And he liked it kind of like why you liked it because he was in the Air Force and was kind of lost after he got out and went and got in, and he really liked the structure of it.
That boy is different now. Well, boy, he's 67 at this point.
I don't know, he's 14
65?
years older than me, so something like that.
It's almost 70.
But yeah, now
Holy
he's
shit.
a pot smoking, long haired. He looks like the guy from
Doesn't
the
make
original
any
Roadhouse,
sense, dude.
but Patrick Swayze. Who's that guy? His long hair.
Sam Neill or
Sam Elliott. He
Sam-
looks like
Really?
Sam Elliott. And I'm so pissed because the girls should have that hair, not the boys in my family.
So
But-
funny.
it was funny when I was looking through your history. I was like, oh, he's got a lot in common. Now they're way older than you, but a lot in common with my big brothers. So what took you to the Border Patrol?
At least he loved that job. I hated
Oh,
that
he
job.
loved it.
it.
I honestly think so the only reason I joined the Border Patrol was because I wanted to be a U.S. Marshal more than anything.
Okay. So that
And so
link to that.
unfortunately, at that point in time this was between like 2014 to 2018, they were on a hiring freeze, man. They weren't hiring anybody. So I was like, hey, I just need to get my foot in the door.
Yeah.
And then when they open up, I can just lateral transfer to the Marshals. What's the easiest way to get in? Border Patrol.
Okay.
So I was like, man, I took the test. I failed the first test. They had this alternate language test, bro.
shit.
That was like a made up language that you had to take to get in. I failed that. I don't even
Was it a
even
real
know.
language or was it just like Spanish?
It was
Hey,
like,
that's a real language, bitch.
I'm just, no, I'm saying for him. I'm like,
bro,
I can see Spanish. I can't read Spanish.
bro, it was. I couldn't figure it out.
Was it
dude.
Klingon?
I don't know what it was. It's a made up language by the government, that federal government. That tells you everything you need to know.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's bullshit, is what
I
that
failed
means.
That test, man. The only reason I got in 2017 was because Trump came in office like, hey, if you're a prior military or prior law enforcement, you don't have to take the entrance exam to get into the Border Patrol.
Roger.
All right.
Boom. Punched my ticket, got in. I applied. I got hired like a year and like 3-4 months into the process, man. And let me tell y'all something, dude. I tell everybody this. I swear on everything. If you give me the choice to go back to Army Infantry Boot Camp versus Border Patrol Academy, I will take Army Infantry Boot Camp.
Really?
The Border Patrol Academy was the longest 6 months in my
It
life.
is long.
Man, it was tough. I mean, Army, you can be dumb as a box of rocks. You just gotta be able to
They
run.
can find a
do
space
push-ups.
for you.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
but
why my
man,
dad
like,
was so proud of Albert, because until that point, he'd kind of been the black sheep. You know, he's always in trouble, kind of floating around. And my dad beamed when my brother graduated from Border
I
Patrol
think it was because
Academy.
he was surprised he
Maybe that's it too. Maybe
accomplished
it's a little
that,
bit of both.
maybe?
But
I don't
he
know.
was really, it was a perfect job for him.
Yeah.
He
let me
loved
tell
it.
you, man,
He did well.
You got to earn it, man. Like they make you earn it. Like there were guys that were military that quit the academy.
Yeah.
That tells you something. Like you got to do. Like you got to be smart. You got to do your studying, your ops test, and then when you throw in the Spanish,
Yeah.
let me
Well,
tell y'all something. My black ass ain't speak no Spanish.
well, neither is my
Man.
brown ass.
Well,
And
no,
I'm
my
Hispanic.
brother
God.
is 100% fluid. He grew up hunting in the same area, that kind of regionally. Like, so he
He's just-
knew everything. He still does. We'll
He
go
was
out
in
to
that show. What was that show? He was in one episode.
Wasn't it like Border Patrol?
I don't
or something?
remember.
Like,
Yeah, I know. I used to watch the show all the time. But yeah, I love that
Yeah.
He
show.
was on the river, and they called him Old Man Castro, remember? Because he was so
He was
old
the
compared to
senior
all
guy.
of them.
He was one of the senior guys in his group or whatever. So
And see, what they do, man, it's just like the military. They show you all the cool parts of the job.
Yeah.
Then when you get there, I wasn't
like,
doing none
you're
of that.
gonna, of course, you're going to be a Navy SEAL in the Air Force. You can do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
yeah.
It's you write the ticket. It's fine. Right?
Well, let me tell you, I got there. I loved being in the field.
Okay.
Didn't
That's
mind
the
chasing
point.
the people. But man, it was the rattlesnakes for me that did me in. Ain't no
No.
rattlesnakes. There wasn't no
Wait a minute,
rattlesnakes
where
in
were
the
you
hood, dog.
stationed?
Where were you?
I was in Naco Station, the Brian A. Terry Station in Arizona.
Okay, you were out, dude. You're in the middle of fucking nowhere in Arizona.
Nowhere.
Well, I was next to Fort Huachuca, man. So I grew up in a military base.
That's
so I
down
was
by
like,
Tucson, south.
yeah, south of Tucson, man, like
Yeah.
right next to Tombstone, bro.
Okay.
I loved it. I ain't gonna lie, I loved
Tombstone's
Arizona.
rad. I never brought her in like 18 years we lived there. I never
It's
brought
so
her
cool,
once,
man.
but
Vacation
I love the West, dude. Like I fell in love with Arizona, but I just hated the job, man. It was the government bureaucracy of stuff. Like, so I tell people this: I came in with a set expectation of how things were gonna be based on 8 years of police experience.
okay.
And I remember during my training, they were like, Agent Pitts, you are not a police officer. Stop trying to act like a police officer. You are an immigration agent. Man, that would crush my soul every time they tell me that. And I was like,
But they're
there's
right.
a lot of similarities,
Yeah.
but one's
but
federal
man, it's
and
so
one's
different.
yeah.
Yeah, the paperwork was so different. I didn't like the schedule. Just the way it just, and then it was from what it was for me was processing. So
Okay.
that's where when they take all the captured illegals and they put them in their little cages. You go to the little box and put your gun in it, and then you go in and do processing. And I learned real quick why they make you put your gun in that box.
Because you want to
Because
kill
you're gonna use
somebody.
it on yourself. You're gonna kill
shit.
yourself. Bro, it was awful. Oh my God. I mean, listen, I had a panic attack and I thought I was gonna have a heart attack one day just because of the
shit.
stress I was under. I
Oh,
just
wow.
hated it, man. My buddy.
Well, my brother
from high
was an
school told me.
alcoholic during this point in his life, so that
I
Later
can,
on.
I can understand.
Much later on.
no,
listen,
he
my
was
buddy-
all that whole time. He
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
My best friend from high school was a border patrol agent. He told me, he was like, "You're gonna hate your job here for the first 5 years."
Oh fuck.
And I was
a long
like,
time.
terrible.
But everybody told me that, and I was like, "Nah." But see, when I became a cop, even as a rookie officer,
Yeah.
and I got the crappy details, and I got the crappy job, I still loved it.
Right.
Okay.
There was never a moment I hated being a cop, even as a rookie. Rookie, to do this, rookie, hold this thing, rookie.
Yeah.
I loved it. I didn't get that in the border patrol, man. I literally, absolutely, like, and I knew it wasn't for me. Like when one, I stepped on a rattlesnake, but two, we were in field training. But hey, we're going out tonight, Pitts. Here's this recon scope. You're gonna sit here in this spot in the middle of the desert. You're gonna scan the border. We'll be back. Listen, I remember seeing them lights drive off into the distance, and they left my black ass out in the middle of the desert for hours by myself at night.
You
dog.
might as
I
well
was-
been in Iraq again or whatever.
Bro,
Afghanistan.
I was hearing. I'm like pulling out, like
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking El Chupacabra was out there coming after me.
Yeah.
For real, right?
I was like, man, man. I gave it a good shot, dude, and I was like, babe.
How long were you in the border patrol?
I did. I think of just about a year.
Okay.
6 months in the academy,
And then
then about 6 months out in the field, man. And then I called it
Done.
quits, dog.
Yeah.
it's fine.
I
Did you?
called it quits.
All right. Have you seen the picture? I know border patrol, like lockup locations, are quite a bit different.
No.
There is this video or picture or video of this Gucci Border Patrol guy. They're calling him like Gucci.
Yeah,
Border
with
Patrol.
the watch.
He's got this like Hulk green
Yes,
Rolex on, dude, and he's got
We
a
the
tattoo
people.
that says "We the People" down his arm, and he's just chilling, and he's got like his glasses and his face mask and his helmet, and he's just standing like by the gate.
I so want him to be hot.
He probably is.
I so want him to be
bet
like
you
one of
that
my book
dude
boyfriends.
isn't like because he looks like he's
He's
in good
hot and he
shape,
makes
right?
a lot of money.
I'm sure.
And he's probably making with overtime a couple
Bro.
100,000 now.
Man, I
what
was
you were
talking to my
making?
homies. I was just in Arizona, but they were telling me they're like GS 12 step, like sixes and bro. He like making like pulling down like 170, 180.
Wow.
Yep.
Crazy money.
Rolling and roll like that. This dude, yeah,
Yeah.
they're calling
He's
him
probably
like
now
Gucci Border
getting
Patrol.
advertisement money from Rolex.
Well, it's just he's just chilling, and people are
Chilling,
like
man.
talking.
Okay,
shit.
I want to see him. You're gonna have to show me a picture of him afterwards.
I'll show you a picture.
I read romance books, and he
women,
sounds
like
like a
those
character
dirty-
from one of my
dirty
books.
romance. Yeah. No, that's awesome. So after you got out of, you did that, you went back to Louisville Police Department.
Correct. Yeah, went back to Louisville Metro Police Department June 15th of 2020.
Right
I
on.
remember the day I signed back in because the riots had just started popping off. And I tell you what, I've never been so happy in my life to be back in the hood, dog.
Really?
Oh my God. I was so happy. I was the only person down there on the line smiling like, I'm home. I'm home.
You're not in the desert. You're back. Yeah.
Back downtown, baby. Getting yelled at, getting cursed out in English. It was beautiful.
In
It's
English.
easy. It's easy at that point. Like,
It
at least
was,
I
man.
understand what's happening. Fuck. You're
Yeah,
gonna throw a
man.
brick at me? Okay.
That's
easy.
fine.
That's
That's
easy. I can
fine.
deal with that.
I mean-
I got a riot shield.
That's
Fuck.
one way
Yeah.
to think of it.
I mean, it is what it is. So and now you've been there since. What rank are you at the police department or whatever?
So I'm still just, so I left Louisville
Or what
Metro.
do you call it? Yeah.
So I'm now with, I'm not going to say their name because
No, that's
my
fine.
command don't want
Yeah,
me to
yeah,
do
that's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but man, it's a small department within Louisville. We're like 4 square miles. We're
Oh,
tiny.
Nice.
We have like 58 officers. So man, we're tiny. But I left.
Wait, you only patrol 4 miles?
It's the whole our whole
Interesting.
city is 4 square miles.
Okay.
It's
We
tiny. Man.
we're way bigger than that. We live in Helotes, Texas, right? So
Yeah.
we're just outside San Antonio, kind of in between where you went, Dripping Springs.
Kinda
Okay,
like that.
yeah.
It's like a small town like that. But I think we have 8 cops.
Oh, we have
Maybe
more than
10?
that.
Oh, wow.
We have
No,
more than that.
I don't think
be
so.
silly.
We got more fire and paramedics.
No, absolutely, because
than
we live
have
in
cops.
the
They'll probably have
woods,
the county.
but
I'm sure the county sheriff's probably running
They're-
there.
we
we
see
do have
them all
county
the time.
sheriffs, which nobody likes.
We see
Like,
constables.
we-
Nobody.
We have more than 8 cops. Well, I'm gonna go ask one day. Like, my husband said we had 8
They're
cops.
literally a half mile from the
yeah,
police department.
it's a
to have them.
small
Really?
town. I'll take them some brownies and some questions.
There you
I'll
go.
tell you now, if you ever bring food to the police station, we don't know where it's come from. Nobody's eating it.
I know.
Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
don't
take
want
some wrapped
you don't want
candy
like
then.
weed
I mean,
brownies
it makes
showing up,
sense.
right? Yeah.
Man, you never know,
It's,
man.
it's
Listen,
that potluck mentality. You don't know if that
Super
person
sweet-
washed their
the
hands.
super sweet woman over here is like getting the whole department stoned because she's got a grudge.
yeah.
Because
Listen,
I'm unemployed and I made some for
our
me.
local mosque for 9/11 a couple years ago dropped off like a bunch of like food to our station. We were like,
No.
nah,
No.
bro. Nah, son. No, we not doing that, dude.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
It's
Man, it
fine.
was a bunch of Subway sandwiches and all
No,
sorts
then
of
I'll
food.
take candy.
Good, though,
I'll
I'm
take sealed
sure.
candy, like
No,
for Halloween.
no. There could be razor
No,
blades
somebody
in
told
it.
me that they
There
love
could
be razor blades or
Molly
needles in
across the
it.
street said they love it when I bring it. I don't know. I'll just still go.
She's
care
the
what I
teacher,
take.
and you're like good friends. She's
I don't
talking
care
about
what
her
I'll
neighbor
take.
across the street.
I don't care.
Oh, never.
I'll take it with the agenda of I have questions.
And just apples.
I've brought you a treat.
There's
Let me
just
ask my
needles
questions.
sticking
I'm
out
a
of
cop.
it.
I can't do it, man.
I understand.
can't do it.
That's a personal safety fucking thing.
Yeah, bro,
I
it's
agree. You know, unless
Unless
see
we
the
know you're-
Subway person making that shit and you buy it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
get you.
bro.
I get you. All right, you sat down and wrote your book. When did you start writing your book? So I think when did that get released? In 2022,
It
2023?
got released in 2022, but I started writing it in 2015.
Oh shit! It took a while, huh?
Yeah, excuse me, 2016. Yeah, man.
Okay.
So I told people what the process, man. Like the way I was writing the book originally,
Yeah.
It was just like a ballad of hate.
Oh
You
shit.
did this to me. You did this to me. Screw you. You're this person. This person did this to me. And man, I really wanted to write a book that was gonna touch people and make people think and like change
After
people's
you
hearts
went
and
through all that,
minds. Yeah,
like
but
you,
man, I mean, God kind of spoke to me when I was writing it, dude. And it
Well,
was
that
like,
probably was cathartic.
I just was thinking that
yes,
same fancy word.
very much so, man. And I tell you what, it was the most therapeutic thing I ever did, and my perspective on the message changed as I was writing it because I was like, I'm going to hurt more people than I'm going to help if I put all this
Right.
toxicity in here.
And
And so
hate.
I
Right.
told the truth, but I did a lot of time to be more reflective on myself and what I messed up on.
That's awesome.
Like I said, that's why I didn't put the thing about my ex-wife in the book with the baby with her cousin.
What's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Makes
she's
sense.
not going to watch this podcast or her family.
There's a lot of things that even on this podcast that it would be a good story, but I'm like, that's just not our style.
Yeah.
You know, like why there's too many other outlets that you can get bad news
Well,
from.
listen,
Yeah.
my whole thing is I don't watch the news.
No,
I quit watching the
absolutely
news
not.
in 2015, right around the election time, because it was hate and anger and what is wrong with this person or this person. And like, I grew up watching Good Morning America with my mom from like 8th grade, right? When I started to pay attention to stuff. And George Stephanopoulos, I want to hang him up by his tiny, tiny toes and let him get a horrible headache.
George Stephanopoulos.
I had to-
Nobody even knows that dude's name anymore, practically.
He's
Yeah.
still there. I had to stop watching all news because I suffer from depression and it was just impacting me hard. And so I look at this like it's our chance to make somebody laugh. Because laughter is a lot more beneficial. Now, don't get me wrong. There's times that this man gets on his soapbox.
Yeah.
And I like
everybody's
have
got
to
to do
yank
it.
him off.
I've got a podcast.
I have to yank him off, right? But
Absolutely, yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like, you needed to get it out there for you, but you didn't need to get it out there for anyone.
Yes.
So,
And I tell you what, I bet there were times I would write, and the reason it took so long because I'm peeling off scabs of old wounds,
Yep.
man,
Yeah.
that I hadn't really dealt with.
yeah.
Like family stuff, divorces, my mom's suicide while I was
Yeah.
on duty, bro. It was like, man, all
Heavy,
this
heavy shit.
heavy
Well,
stuff.
and you
I was
probably
just
needed
like-
time between those
Yes.
stories.
I did, man, and I would step away from writing for months at a time, and then I'd be like, all right, I think I'm ready to go back.
Do
But
this
you know
next
what made
chapter.
me? Yeah, so you know what made me finish it? I remember where I finished my book. We were on a weekend vacation to Great Wolf Lodge with my family, man. It was awesome, dude. But it was right after the riot started, and it was right after the Breonna Taylor verdict. And I remember we got in a giant scuffle that day, man. It was a huge scuffle, man. I beat the brakes off some dudes. I will have to send you the pictures. I made CNN. There's a picture of me on CNN.
No shit.
I got this protest on the ground. You just see my face. Dude is just bloody, lip bleeding. I beat the brakes off this light-skinned motherfucker.
I don't like that breaks. I beat the
But
breaks.
man, that night we
When
went
he
out.
deserved it.
He had a gun. I
Yeah.
got the video.
Oh,
he
fuck
had a
yeah,
gun.
dude. It's
Bro,
like
I
you
remember
get
I was-
shot
dude,
and killed.
It was bad, bro. And I was like, man, I'm about to make the news, but thank God we got the gun away from him, man. But dude, we went back out that night. We were at the intersection of Brook and Broadway. And man, we were walking, and all of a sudden, bah, 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 bah. Man, we're taking shots, and they're in an alley. We don't know where it's coming from. I remember grabbing the first officer in front of me, pulling him behind this giant pillar, holding up an interstate, bro, taking cover, man. And then I remember looking, I just seen officers down.
Oh,
Oh,
And
fuck.
then, man, then we're struggling. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Then we got our officers, loaded them up into the trucks and took them to the hospital. Well, we got on the radio, we heard that the protesters were heading to the hospital. I don't know if y'all remember, but in 2021, there was an incident with the LA County sheriffs where they got shot and ambushed,
I remember.
and they were being driven to the hospital, and the protesters blocked the bay so the officers couldn't get in
no.
to the bay.
Mhm.
And so I
remember
call
that.
this so this was like our Black Hawk Down moment where the guys had to run out of the city. You know,
Yeah.
bro, we were
You
like,
had to evacuate.
bro, yeah. So our guys, man, they were already gone. We were like, we got to beat the protesters to the hospital. We're like 8-9 blocks from the hospital, bro. We just start hoofing it, man.
You
I
were
mean,
running. You didn't even have
we
your
were
car.
running
I
on
thought you
foot.
said, like, wow.
I would have expected you to jump in your car.
Yeah.
But no, you
Yeah,
couldn't
no.
drive.
So we didn't have our cars. We had a couple trucks that were mobile, but we were on foot everywhere. because we were in the same area as them, dude, and we started moving, bro. That's why I called our Black Hawk Down moment where we were
because you
running.
were on foot.
We were on foot,
That's
man.
crazy.
And, dude, we were so tired, and you got guys that are fat, out of shape, and we're just all like
And you can't
staggering
let
trying to
them
get there.
sit down
But
and wait.
no, we couldn't
gotta
wait.
You just
go.
hope the adrenaline keeps going.
But we got about 4 blocks in, and they called on radio. Hey, they got into the hospital. They're good, man. And I remember that night they took us off the line because we were amped up like, fuck that. Let's go back out here right now.
Yeah.
Let's go back out here right now. And,
Wrong
I was at the
mindset,
time.
though.
Yes, I was mad at the time. I was mad they pulled us off the line.
Yeah,
But
I can
hindsight,
imagine.
Makes sense.
I'm glad they did because we were going to kill people.
Yes.
We were going to kill.
Well,
we were
you-
going to hurt
yeah,
some people, man.
You
Well,
went
you would
back
have to live with
your
that
war,
afterwards too.
and you think
you
about
know?
that for a guy that's been in that scenario. And
Yeah.
I've never been in that scenario. I've never been to war. I've never done anything like that. So, but I can only imagine like being in that mindset and having to take cover. I could never, and I've seen it a million times on the news and everything else, right? I could never imagine personally having to do that in the United States. I carry a
Dude,
gun every single day.
Yes.
And I know I could have to do that at some points, but I could never imagine. And I watched it. We watched it on the news. And to Beth's point, she didn't watch the news. I watched the news, right? But it was happening in every fucking city.
It
across.
was, man. But my wife was watching a live stream when we got shot. My phone was blowing up. I
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
answer my phone.
Because it's in your
I was
pocket and
like-
you just feel bzz, bzz,
Yeah, and I'm
bzz,
like,
bzz.
there's somebody here trying to kill us, man.
Yeah.
And I
Listen,
tell
the
people-
hardest job in the world next to yours is being the wife of somebody in your
Or
job.
that spouse.
Yes.
I
or
mean,
a
you
kid
know, or
yeah.
Dude,
significant
yes, man.
other, I should say. But like, I remember I was 16 years old and I came home from school one day. And my mom was like, "Hey, so your dad is undercover, and we probably aren't
Oh,
going
yeah.
to hear
He was
from
a
him."
special agent undercover. So we had beards and chains.
Complete
chains.
different guy.
Oh, he looked like a drunk. He looked
like Donnie
Brasco. And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Well, I don't know couldn't know where he went, but he can't call us." And how that woman stayed so composed for those 10 days is beyond me.
But there was
Because-
multiple of
10
us.
days only?
No,
Well,
you got
this
that-
was
you
before
got
he
guys-
contacted her. He
That
was
was like
gone
the
for like
first
another.
time.
That he was able to call her and be like, "I'm alive, I'm safe, all is good."
No, that
I
was
about
like
to
the
say, man,
first-
I know guys done that for years, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a different mentality.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
No.
It's also very hard on a marriage because,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, you go undercover and my mom found a picture of some girl hanging on my dad who was another agent. And she was like, my mom was a mean little Hispanic woman. She's like,
like-
she woke me up at 10 o'clock at night. She's like, "We're out of here." And I was like, "I don't even understand what's going on." And my dad was like, "Go back to bed. It's fine." And my little mean mom was like, "It's not fine." I was like, so it's hard being the spouse. So I can
Yeah.
only imagine from her perspective when she's seeing that mayhem on the news and has no idea where you're
And all
at.
she knows is Dexter's at work.
Yeah. Dexter's
Yeah.
out there.
Man, that's why she's happy where I'm at now because, man, it's nowhere near
It's
being
just-
downtown, bro.
Yeah.
It's the burbs. It's quieter.
Yeah.
It still gets a little
You
ratchet.
get a domestic
periodically.
here and
You
there.
get your excitement every
You get
once
a
in a while. Stop
DUI.
every day.
Periodically, man. More
Yeah.
car accidents and shoplifting than anything. But this is what I tell people, man, about 2020 and 2021.
Mhm.
I was more afraid there in Louisville on the streets than I ever was in Iraq.
That's
I can
crazy.
imagine.
Crazy. In America.
Crazy. Yeah.
We have a defined enemy overseas.
You do.
But we cannot.
Everybody
we-
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody else. We cannot refer to the American populace as the enemy. 'Cause they
Yeah.
are covered under the Constitution.
Yep.
I know.
But
They've got-
like
Yep.
they're
First
they're-
Amendment rights.
First
Every-
Amendment, dude. I mean, there were people coming up to us with guns, like, and I'm all about the Second Amendment. But people, literally, I remember seeing a truck, a pickup truck full of masked men with black masks riding through downtown with AK-47s. Like, I was like, shit, is this
That is
Afghanistan?
Where are we?
Somalia level
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
Yeah, bro. And it was, and there was this group. They were called the Louis Hadin, the Mujahideen. They called themselves.
I just said the Somalia shit. Yeah.
yes, bro. It was.
For him.
I think that's him. Hang on a second. Let's see. Let's see if it'll reconnect him.
Let's see what I got. We got Wi-Fi.
That would be his connection. Let's see if he reconnects.
Okay. Marine's blood.
Oh, let's see. Come on. Because he was right in the middle of a great story. Oh, on a second. We'll bring it back on. Hang on a second. Oh, it's Zoom. It's reconnecting. Hang on a second.
Oh, why did we go too long?
No.
Hello?
There we go.
All right, hang on 1 second. It's going to bring you back into the show.
Stupid Zoom.
Sorry,
1 second, guys. The Zoom
rose up and
just-
cut down on me.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
Let's see.
That's the TSA tapping in. They're not happy with my comment earlier.
Second.
So yeah, we were in the middle of a really badass story.
Yeah, give me a
Yeah.
second. I still need a second. You can keep
We
talking.
can
I'll
keep
get this
talking
shit.
while you get
Okay,
this.
still picking up the audio.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
you're
Yes,
good.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been that afraid in my life, man. Like I said, I never expected I would be in something like that in my career, man.
Well,
I mean, they were
stateside.
using the same type of tactics.
Yeah.
Froze up again.
There
we go.
No,
Nope,
you're
there
good.
we
You're
go.
good. Yeah. Sorry
Yeah, I
about
mean, they were using the same type of tactics that the insurgents were using, man. And this is what I'll tell people is probably the most upsetting thing for me going through 2020, 2021. But people I went to church with, I broke bread with, prayed with, served with, been to their houses, met their families, were sitting in the streets. Fuck you, Pitts. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you,
Aw.
Pitts.
Could you
Bro.
imagine that?
No.
Like 5 minutes before all that bullshit.
And the crazy part, I wasn't even there when the Breonna Taylor thing happened.
well,
Right.
it's not
You're
about
by
you.
association.
It's not
Yeah.
about you personally either.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
You have
I
a
get
job
being
to
mad at
do.
the system, but I
I
can't
was
get on
nobody.
my
I was-
box.
Yeah, but
Marie
I
said we
told them.
dropped as well. So
I was
maybe we-
quoted. I was quoted multiple times. They said, "Nigga, we're gonna find you. We're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill your wife. We're gonna kill your son. We're gonna rape your daughter." Nigga, that's
Yeah.
when my black ass moved in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm out. That's
So
fine.
did you ever see those people getting outside of that? Like,
Those
and if you
family
did, were
friends.
they like
just-
shamed?
Damn it.
Aw, what's going on?
I don't know. Our internet's getting jacked up.
All right, that's a sign.
Sign.
Damn
Damn it.
it, Jim.
We've got plenty of time on this. Hang on a second. I don't know. Come on, connect.
So it's just Zoom freaking out?
Hang on, guys. I guess.
Well, they said we froze earlier too.
Sorry, Dex.
For
Sorry,
crying
dude.
out loud. Don't they know this is a professional show? Oh, is he still frozen?
I don't know if it's us. Froze up. That's us too, Dexter.
Dexter.
Damn it.
Dexter.
Damn it, Jim. You know what we'll have to do?
What?
Why don't we have him back in a couple weeks for a part 2?
Yeah.
Let's do that. It says my internet connection is unstable for some reason. I don't know why that is the case. Like, we've been fine for ever. So maybe we'll do that if I can't get him back in here real quick. Give me 1 sec.
There he
You
is.
Dex, it's not you,
Can you
dude.
It's
hear
not
me?
you.
Yeah.
Something's
Oh,
happening.
okay.
I think it's on our side. It's saying
my
our
internet sucks, so-
connection.
I think
Well,
that's the case for most people.
yeah. Yeah. We went to AT&T fiber because it was supposed to be so good, and it
I hate it.
POS.
God, I hate it. We went back to Spectrum.
We're fixing to.
For real. All right.
MC said, "Damn it, Greg! I don't think it's
It's
you."
not me, dude. I promise you. And people are like, well, why don't you just use
Ow! Do not bite me, you
Um,
little shit.
this
Ow.
other app and everything else? It's like, we've done this a million
No.
times. You can keep talking, though. So, real quick, while we're doing that,
Let's keep it going.
yeah, let's just keep it going.
So,
You keep it going.
I know I'm trying to think. So I asked that question. Did you ever see those people again after that?
Yeah, so the guy, I beat the brakes off of him. I remember I made a call to a nightclub. And so he's a felon now because of that incident. Him and his fat girlfriend, both, I have to send y'all the pictures, bro. But man, bro, so we go to the club and I'm looking at him and I'm sitting here like, I know you know who I am, bro. He shook my hand, dapped me
shit.
up. I was like, really? The people from church I saw them and they act like none of that had ever happened. They was like, yo, what's up, Dex? What's going on, man? And I dapped them up and I asked them, hey, let me ask you a question, man. And I asked every last one of this. I was like, what did I do to you personally to make you say those things to me? Personally, what I did. Nobody, man, man, it was just a crazy time, bro. It was just wild time.
Fuck that.
That mob mentality, dude. I was like, you know what?
That's messed up.
Here's the crazy thing, though. I think about like that mom mentality. It makes people. I said mob.
Oh, they said mom mentality.
No, mob. It makes them stupid.
It really
like,
does.
You think about the people who videotape themselves stealing stuff. Like, it's mayhem out here. And then they get arrested and they're like, I don't understand. I'm like, well, you put that on social media. I think it's like those people. Exactly. And then when it comes time to face reality, they're like, well, I was just playing a character. And you're like, no, that is you. Your character is you.
I tell people a lot of stuff changed during that time period, but I tell people the one thing I've never done, I've never changed. There's a black officer. There's a black officer I know, man. So that we had a racial riff on the police department because of this crap.
No
and
shit.
They were looking at, oh yeah, bro. They were looking at me like, whose side you on? And I was like, I'm staying right here. I was like, they're trying to kill all of us because we're cops.
I'm on the side of the law.
Yeah. Now's not the time to start dividing ourselves of black and white on the police department.
Right.
Man, my homie now, he did not like me then. He was like, bro, I thought you were something wrong with you because you weren't siding with us. He was like, but you know what? You're the only one that never changed. All those other dudes, they all changed. They all quit the department because they started doing shady stuff. The department caught on to it, man. They're trying to start this racial rift. He was like, you never changed, bro. And I was like, he and I are pretty cool now. He's like, I got a lot of respect for you.
That's good.
That's one thing. I stand my ground, man. I might not be the smartest man in the world, but I stand on what I know is true.
Principles.
Exactly.
Everything your dad and mom raised you on, your family.
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to be have your principles, what do you have?
What you
Who
want
are
your
you?
kids to see in the long run. All of that. That's an amazing way to look at it. All right. We're going to do a couple of fun news stories.
Oh, we want your take.
We need
some
your
of you guys
takes.
Some of our audience has seen this already, but we want your take.
So we talked about the one-armed girl.
Yes.
One-handed girl.
We played Kagan Dunlap's video where he went over, and the girl getting pulled over for having her phone in her right arm. We just did this on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole story though is he didn't stop, right? Like she was like, okay, well, let's just call it a day, right? Which I thought was hilarious, but he still wrote her a citation.
No. He goes,
I saw
hand to God, you didn't have it in your hand. And she goes, right hand.
Nigga, your other hand.
And she goes, no, your other hand. And it was the dumbest thing. And then eventually what came out,
he dismissed the ticket
because he said lack of evidence. She literally didn't have a fucking arm, right? How much more lack of evidence do you need? Like she's got.
So have you seen that?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
It was funny.
I will say this: what he probably saw, she probably knows what she probably had the phone in her other hand, and he mistook it for the other hand. But at the same time, I tell people, listen, policing is a serious job, but we can't take ourselves too serious, bro.
Yes.
And this is from 17 years of experience. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta let some things go, dog.
Like,
bro, listen, I would have let it go just for the joke with the hand of God thing.
Yes. Well, do you think that because he wrote her a ticket and then ended up getting it, do you think he was getting a lot of shit from his cop buddies?
Oh, hell yeah.
Is it really like Lethal Weapon where they're always giving what's his name so much shit about Roger shit about all his
being
stuff?
The old man.
Is it really like that? Like, is he like living his worst life right now?
Let me tell you, you make a mistake on the police department, do something stupid, to the end of your career, that will follow you. After your career, it will follow you. When you die and are getting buried in the ground, somebody's
going to tell stories about it
and tell about that story while you're dead. It never ends.
The day we eat our own over the one-handed girl.
Yeah, man. I would have let that one go, man. I'd have been like,
the minute she went like this, I'd have been like,
somebody want to like let it go, dude?
You want to call it a day or what?
Dan, listen, that was all ego. Honestly, that was straight up ego.
It was.
He didn't want to be wrong.
Well, he was a proud Hispanic man, dude.
No, what came to mind was
that's like the worst.
Maybe he had because they were doing like a checkpoint.
They were doing a sting, essentially.
And maybe he said
Yeah.
he saw you and he said, I saw you.
In
And
your right
he had a
hand.
superior maybe that was like, go pull that chick over.
No.
I don't
That could've
know. I
been
was
it.
trying to think of like
He needed
any
some tickets before the
excuse.
end of the month.
Yeah. No. Is that a thing?
It is a thing. At least
not
on
a
Leon
fucking
Valley it
thing.
is.
I don't know.
It's not a thing. So I tell people we don't have quotas, but we do have initiatives.
Right. DUI things where you're like,
Yeah,
hey,
well,
keep an eye out.
They used to
4th of
like when I was
July.
when I was a young cop and they wanted people to be proactive. Like, hey, whoever finds the most expired tag gets to go home early. Whoever finds the most gun this month gets a day off.
Oh,
Whoever
shit.
makes the most
No
traffic
shit.
stops, yeah. But it's not illegal because you're
No,
not
it's definitely-
forcing. Yeah, you don't have to participate in it.
Yeah.
But I'm
Beardwood
getting
said-
that damn day off.
Beardwood
Yeah,
said he
bro.
thinks that cop probably got a new call sign.
Like
Like Handy.
stupid ass.
Like
Yeah,
Handy.
the man.
Hey, Handy, go pull that one
Yeah.
over.
Yeah,
All
that'll
right,
follow him for the
another
rest of
story
his
that I haven't done on the show yet. Michigan shoplifter.
No, you did this on the show.
What did I just
Yeah,
the other day?
yeah.
Okay, for you. And I'm really
First, I want to know where you think this was
Okay.
hidden.
yes.
Tell the story.
And then what do you do with the evidence? All right. Michigan shoplifter rushed to the hospital after hiding a bottle of wine in her body cavity.
Where was it hidden?
Where was it hidden?
I mean,
It's a bottle
We
of
go-
wine.
There's only 2 places, right?
there's only 2 places.
And one of those has a limit. One of those has a cervix.
Yeah, but one can push a baby out, and that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
That thing,
Shit.
I still
that
think
thing's
it was the
gapped
back
like the
door.
Grand Canyon. You get a whole bottle of wine in there. Woo.
Damn, dude. Hot
Damn,
dogs
dude.
hallways. All right, so real quick, I'll run through a couple lines of this. Michigan woman was arrested and then rushed to the hospital after she stole a bottle of wine and then hid it inside of herself. 40-year-old was allegedly caught by shopkeepers drinking a bottle of alcohol in Traverse City liquor store without paying for it and returned the next day to nab another bottle. Right? So employees attempted to stop her, but were unable to find the pilfered
Did she go in the bathroom or she do that in the middle of the aisle?
I've seen video where people are like, chicks are like stuffing,
No.
like they wear skirts and they squat down
Yeah.
to carry it out in between their thighs and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So my first question is on this one, because this is kind of one of those fucked up ones. Do you guys collect the evidence?
Like, would that go into evidence, that bottle?
No, absolutely not. Well, but here's a good
It's
thing
not
with body
sitting on some
camera.
shelf like NYPD, whatever the shows
No,
are.
so maybe so I have a can of corn that's in evidence right now.
Oh,
Because
Lord.
this lady that waitress at Red Lobster got beat up. So she made somebody mad. They came there with put a can of corn in a sock and they beat her ass with it.
Oh
So-
shit!
it's a-
That's
Oh
like
my God.
that's like soap
That's
in a sock.
horrible.
That's
That's like gangster shit.
The best part was she had that giant ass knot right here, boy.
she's got fucking mollywops. Huh?
Now the
Holy
can of
shit.
corn is still sitting in evidence, but typically I don't. But because
That's
that
an
was
assault
an actual,
and battery kind of
it's
thing.
assault and battery case. So yeah, if we
Well, because
find
wouldn't
the
the other one
person,
be biohazard?
I would fucking think
Yeah,
so.
so- now, that
Especially if
one-
he had it in the back door.
no. So
She.
That's why I
Yeah.
said she had it in
Yeah.
the back door. Ew, it could
So-
be dirty. Ugh.
with thefts like that, we it's on camera. We got our body camera
Okay,
coming on.
it's plenty.
And yeah, we get the store like, hey, give us a receipt of what was taken, and that's it, man. Because
That's
they
fair.
can't
Because
take
they
that
did
back.
have to take it to the hospital to get it removed.
That's crazy.
Yes.
My
People
question
are-
is she's
people
single?
are stupid.
He probably has a hard time keeping a man.
Probably.
Oh,
They get no dates
I
anytime
follow this
Dude.
nurse chick. She's a comedian / nurse on like Instagram. Nurse Rachel, and she always
soon. Have you
does
ever
one of
seen
these.
her? She's hilarious.
Her name's Nurse
Uh-uh.
Rachel, and she does like that.
X-ray
where they
behind
do
her.
the X-ray kind of thing, and it's got like whatever's inside the human, and she'll tell like a joke about it, and then she'll lean over
She'll make puns.
and like be like, and don't do this on Memorial Day, and it's got like
You need to
fucking-
look her up. She's got some great twang.
a hand up.
Just this cute little blonde. She's not
Listen,
little.
man.
This cute blonde woman, and she just finds the best puns. Like, I don't know how she does it because I'm not that witty.
It's as clean as you can be.
medical
for that content.
professionals are just as twisted as law enforcement officers and firefighters. in
Yeah,
the
they
They are
military.
because they
100%.
see it.
They see
She
it
sees
all
some
too.
jacked
dude.
up stuff.
And she's an emergency room
Nurse.
like nurse practitioner or something like that. So she's like, not like a registered or whatever it is, right? All right, next story, real quick. What happens when you pull somebody over? And so this is a case of when a cop asks for your name, do not reply Donald Duck. Questioner, if you're already facing a charge of resisting arrest, what is the easiest way to have another misdemeanor tacked on? When the cop asks you your name, you respond Donald Duck. I remember her dad, you know, the little pad things at the grocery store. He always wrote Donald Duck. Or
no,
Mickey
he wrote
Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. So this girl got pulled over
for DUI, and then wouldn't
give her name, didn't have her license, and said her name was Donald Duck. What do you do in that scenario? Do you just lock her up? I mean, thumbprint her and hope she.
So, but we would lock her up on and do. We would list her as Jane Doe, and the jail would run the prints. But here in Kentucky, you have to let people know, hey, just so you know, giving me false information is a crime. So if I don't say that,
really,
I can't arrest you. Yeah, I can't. I got to give you the pre-warning.
Okay.
But you could still arrest her on the DUI, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I've had people who are like, they've not said a word the entire arrest. I'm like, sir, they just don't say nothing. I'm like, well, you're still going to jail.
I mean,
homie.
that's kind of smart. At least they didn't dig themselves in further.
You still got to say, my name's Greg LaMontagne.
So do you think that this chick woke up in holding
the 5th,
like 6 hours later, not as drunk, and was like, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I said Donald Duck. Why didn't I say Farrah Fawcett or somebody hot?
Does this charge still count if you're under the influence?
Yes.
And you're like, I recant everything I said.
Absolutely.
Yes. No.
Well, we had an orgy that went wrong.
I'm sorry, what?
An orgy that went wrong a couple years ago, bro. I had to see the video of this too,
He
Greg.
says it like it happens all the time.
Bro, this is back when I was working downtown in the city, man. But an orgy went wrong. People got shot. And we get there. Bro, we get off the elevator and I'm moving. And there's like a guy. He's like got his ass up in the air, like face on the floor. And he's drunk as hell. I'm thinking he's shot and killed, but he's not. He's just really drunk and got beat up. Man, we get him to the hospital.
He's just like down fetal position, basically.
Yeah, dude. He's like, yeah, pretty much, man. It was weird position, bro. But we get him to the hospital, and next thing you know, he just starts going off at the mouth. Suck my dick from the back, bitch. I was like, yo, what? And man, he just kept going on and on. And the black dude that was the primary aggressor, something happened, man, and we couldn't arrest him. But somebody put something in his drink. He went crazy. And we took him to the hospital. He had been shot. Bro, let me tell you, I saw this black dude the next day, and he's like, hey, officer, quick question. I was like, oh, shit, it's that dude. I'm reaching for my gun because I'm thinking he's doing some shit. And he was like, hey, I was involved in an incident last night.
He doesn't
and I don't know what happened. I need to get some of. He had no recollection of what happened.
Like he got roofied or something.
None. He's
really
shit. And he got the bullet hole. He got the little patch here. And I was just like, he had no clue what happened.
He didn't remember any of it?
He didn't remember any of it.
That's some good drugs.
Dude,
no, dude. I've told this story on our podcast. Yeah. I was in Austin and I was hanging out with a good friend, and it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And I got roofied at a hotel bar.
A classy place.
The nicest hotel in Austin. Because I just was showing him. And my buddy's like, Greg disappeared.
Classy and oldest hotel.
Classy and oldest hotel in downtown Austin. And he found me passed out in the bathroom, and it just came out. I was like, I woke up 6 hours later.
So I've been with this man.
No idea.
I've been with this man 21 years, and I have never seen him passed out ever.
Dude, it just
21 years. And so when he told me that, I was like, something happened to you.
Nothing. He just
there was a phase. There was a period in time that bartenders in Austin supposedly were roofing customers because they thought it was funny.
Just for fun, dude. It took me a long time to talk about that story, dude.
Happened to a couple people from Black Rifle.
Yeah, we know some people that
same strip.
Same.
Not even 6th Street, just same strip.
Same little area. Strange.
The Rainy Street Ripper, man.
Dude, if I didn't have my buddy, I mean, I wouldn't have been there. But I was showing them around Austin.
Yeah, I wasn't. It was a boys. It was a boys' weekend.
We did all the shit. We stopped in there. I remember exactly the drink I bought. It was a Basil Hayden. I was buying it, and he's like, "Greg fucking dipped on me." Like he's from California. I'm not gonna leave
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why would I do? We had a hotel. It was wild.
So how did you feel the next morning? How did that feel?
I was, as soon as I woke up, it like I
No, but you
woke
still weren't okay because you called me
at like midnight.
and I was like, "Are you okay?" Because when we're not together, he's with his
check in all the
buddies.
time.
He kind of just does
Texting.
like a couple hour check in. I'm alive. I'm okay. We're out of trouble. And I hadn't heard from him. And I'm not like the wife that goes calling. Like that's just not my style. So he called me at midnight and I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Hey, so I passed out." And I was like, "Something's wrong. You don't pass out." He still sounded very off, like it wasn't out of his system yet. But I told it because they were like on the third floor. And I was like, "How about you just go lie down? Because I don't need you falling off the balcony or off the stairs. So just go lie down."
Was it like a hangover feeling the next day at all? Or was it just...
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
It's been a few years.
That's scary, man.
Dude, no, it was like time traveling, and my buddy got me up to the third floor. I don't know how.
Him and the bouncer got you in a car.
Yeah.
And so like
So anyway, going back to the dude.
maybe they
Who
get
knows?
maybe they do it on purpose.
Weird.
Since it was
And
an
if
orgy.
you took that shit, like, would you roof yourself? I don't know.
Maybe horse.
Absolutely
Some people
not.
take horse
Maybe.
tranquilizers on their own.
Fucking wild, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, and I tell people that's why I'm 42. I don't hang out. I don't go out crazy. When I do, like when I went to my buddy's wedding in Tucson, I told my wife this is a 72-hour reset.
Yeah.
Like I spend all year doing the right thing, flying straight,
Hang out for a minute and bail.
Well, and when we do go drinking,
I don't go anywhere without her.
normally.
Bro,
Well,
you
when
can
we do
find
go
me-
out, we go someplace we know and we know the bartenders and it's a
There you
safe
go.
That
space.
fucked
It's
me up
safe.
for a minute, dude.
It did.
Great.
it-
Work, church, home, the gym. That's
Yes.
it. That's
Well, we
it.
have a
Well,
podcast here. We drink
Yeah.
beers at the house. I don't.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm a reader. I prefer to stay home and drink. It's
All
just
right.
I get to keep
Safe
doing my
space,
stuff. All right. So let's start winding this up.
Yeah, we're gonna start
We
winding
kept
this
him
up.
for a
We've been
little
going for a while, even though we had a couple things.
Thank you so much for being
Yeah.
so gracious.
All right.
Oh, I appreciate y'all.
So
man.
real
Having
quick,
me.
I'd let you know we do this thing called the feel goods. Every podcast, we normally have a story, and this
A
week
video or something
video or something like that. It's literally just something that
makes you or somebody
makes you
else
or,
smile.
like you saw something this week that was cool. So
Mine is usually dogs.
I'm gonna let Beth go first. Just to feel
Mine,
good, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It's just something cool.
mine is kind of funny because I was looking for feel good, but I got so sidetracked on food videos that I didn't find it feel good. So my feel good was all these amazing things now that I want to make from going down a rabbit's hole. For
Anything
2
particular?
hours. A lot of sweet stuff that was high protein because next week we're trying to get even stricter.
It's summertime.
And I'm a sweet tooth girl. I saw more sweet stuff.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to embrace it because there was a lot of Greek yogurt, and I'm not a Greek yogurt girl, but with maybe some chocolate protein
Maybe
powder.
Post some
So that's
videos.
my feel good. Like I just have some ideas now.
So that's
Oh, I
easy.
love-
Mine,
love
hey dude, my feel good is we've been talking for weeks and weeks and weeks and months or whatever it is. And it's having you on the podcast today. You know, we've again hearing your story and actually getting more of a chance. We've had
know
more of a
you.
chance to sit down and talk now than we
Yes.
had at the Christmas
Yeah.
party because it was a
crazy.
fucking wild
It
party.
was a
right?
party.
So,
There were a lot of
Again,
bands.
Good
mine is going to
time.
be
Good
is
time.
absolutely you, Dexter, and thank you so much for coming on and being a part and sharing your life with us and just a glimpse into it. So I'm going to shoot it over to you. What's your feel good of the week, Dexter? Give me
Man,
anything.
actually, it happened a couple hours ago. I picked my son up from basketball camp. We were driving to go get our haircut, man. And he's in the back seat quiet. And he's like, "Hey, Dad." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I love you." I was like,
Oh,
"Bro," caught me off guard. I was like, "What?" He's like,
Where are my
"I love you."
sunglasses?
I was like,
how
"I
old
love
is
you
he?
too, man." I was like, "I love you too, man. I love you too, bro." What's up? And
How
it came
old?
out of nowhere. And he told us, he's like, the people at the camp said, "Go home and tell the people that signed you up for camp and brought you here that you love them."
That's
That's
awesome.
No,
How
that
old is
man,
he?
man, he is 10.
Okay, that's
That's awesome.
sweet.
Man,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
And also, Greg, I want to say thank you for reaching back out to me. Because a lot of people don't know when Greg reached out to me, I was in a kind of a dark place. I battle with PTSD
Mhm.
periodically, man. And I was going through it, man. My mind, I had the brain fog going on, and I was stuck for months. And I finally came out of it. And man, So I've been looking forward to doing this, dude. Thank
That's
you
awesome.
for reaching out to me and doing that for me, man. And checking on me,
Absolutely.
dude. I
And
really,
we'll stay
really
in touch,
appreciate
of
that.
course. We'll absolutely
Yes.
stay in touch. I love it's just been fun as shit hanging out and talking
Hell
with
yeah.
you today.
Hell yeah.
So, real quick, where can everybody find you? I know they can get your book out on Amazon. I Am
Yeah.
Pitts.
Memoirs
the
of
book-
an American Patriot. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
I looked it up.
man,
You can
Yep.
find it easy.
I'm on Instagram at I Am Pitts 1.
Got it.
And I'm at I Am Pitts book on TikTok.
Nice.
Starting to pick up on TikTok a bit more.
Nice.
I still have the podcast out, but I haven't really been doing it. It's been probably about 3-4 months, man.
Okay.
I think I've kind of unofficially ended the podcast. It's just, man, man, I'm in a different season of my life right now,
Yep.
so I don't really have time for it. But I do enjoy going on other people's podcasts, man.
Right on.
Just-
I would love to have
know.
you back. You were fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, y'all are fun, man. Y'all are good folks, man. Hey, anything for the Drink and Bro community, man. Anything, anytime,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah, man.
everybody. We're going to tune out now. Go have a great Friday. Dexter, stay on for a
You
minute.
guys have a great weekend. Stay safe.
Yeah.
And we love you guys. Thanks for joining
Absolutely.
us
Go out, check us
tonight.
out
Have
on
a
the
good one,
Bars Open
everybody.
with Beth and Greg, iTunes, Spotify. Before you leave, hit
Thumbs
the
up.
freaking thumbs up. That
And
way we get.
subscribe if you're not already
Yep.
subscribed.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much, and we'll catch you later.
Yes, I do too.